So the mariner stood on the wharf. The passengers slowly walked past him. They looked at him. They looked at the ship. And he had intelligent eyes, weathered face. He had been at sea many, many times. He had the look of experience in his eyes. And one of the passengers stopped and said, "Wow, I hope we have calm seas." The man looked at this person and said, "Don't hope for calm seas. Just make sure you're getting on a stout ship." Unicity is that stout ship, and now more than ever, that is a critical consideration for you. We live in an age of stormy weather. We live amid rough seas. You know that. You see the news. You read the papers. You look at the TV reports. Many companies right now are settling deeper and deeper into the rough waters. Some have sunk already. Others are unsure how to proceed, like deer in the headlights. They've never seen an environment like this. Meanwhile, Unicity sails on. We are a stout ship. We're not slowing down. We're speeding up. We're stronger than ever. Let me repeat that. We are stronger than ever. We're getting bigger than before. We're not unsure as to where we're going. We know exactly where we're going. For Unicity, 3 words: full speed ahead. Unicity is a very stout ship. Now, we have an exciting topic tonight, and there's no one better to present this, to be our host, than Suzanne Henninger, Presidential Diamond. Her address at the last convention in Korea was the most powerful thing I've heard in years. It still echoes in my ears. If you haven't played that, play it. She has forgotten more about this business than most of us will learn. She's been on the inside of the company and on the outside. Those who know Suzanne Henninger respect her. So thank you for being our host. Suzanne Henninger, let's welcome her. Thank you.
Clayton, thank you for that kind introduction. And for those of you that don't know Clayton Barton, Clayton is our Senior Vice President of the Americas. And as he mentioned, we've had the honor and privilege of working together for the last 11 years in many capacities. And I have the utmost respect for Clayton. He has a great deal of passion and commitment and focus on our business and helping us grow the Americas. So Clayton, thank you very, very much. I also want to extend a huge thank you to Anthony Rodriguez. Last week, I hope all of you were on that call. It was a remarkable call. Exciting, motivating, and I hope you took plenty of notes and started implementing those nuggets of success and systems that were suggested on that call. So again, Anthony, thank you so much. Now tonight, as Clayton mentioned, I have the privilege of being able to be part of this launch. It's the pre-launch of Unicity's new Activate Plus program. This is an amazing program, and pre-launch means exactly that. We're pre-launching, but there's also been a pre-launch to the pre-launch, and I'll explain in a moment. But what Unicity has done is, again, they are brilliant. They've taken the Unicity Activate products, which we have fallen in love with for the last year, seen successes, built the business with, and now they're accompanying those with our proven and tested Unicity Balance. They're adding Unicity Matcha and Unimate to this 12-week program. So this Unicity Activate Plus program is a 12-week program, and you also get to have your own Unicity Activate coach. Now, my 27 years of being with Unicity, I've shared that I've seen the power of such a program. We have history with the success of this type of program. Now, there was the pre-launch where we had participants that were going through the program, positive experience, positive successes, and you're going to hear from a few of them tonight. But what has me most excited, as I said, is because I know from history what this program can do. When you provide and mirror and combine a coach with a participant, and that coach provides the education, the accountability for correct use and success on Unicity products, that's a win-win. And this is not a diet, as we know. This is a long-term lifestyle. We create lifestyles here at Unicity. We're not about just short-term fixes. We want people to live long, vibrant lives and pour more life into the years that they have left. Now, with this promoting of a lifestyle, that also promotes the consistent product of reorders of products, which then lead to long-term consumption. And then in turn, creating a predictable, sustainable, successful, and profitable business for us here and making life better for others. Again, this program has history, this 12 weeks that we get to change people's lives. And tonight you're going to hear from 3 individuals that have been part of the pre-launch. I first have the honor of introducing this individual. His name is Galen Call, and I've had the privilege of personally being part of his journey. Galen came to us and started the Activate products in February, on February 3rd. And you can see here, he had some huge goals. And so on February 3rd, he started the Activate products. And at the end of this first month, Galen had lost 23 pounds. You can see here, he was starting his journey. And at that 23 months though, that's when the magic began. That's when Galen got his Unicity coach. And then for those next 60, 90, and 120 days, they were married together. Galen got the accountability, he got the education, on nutrition, on exercise, and he got that level of knowledge that he needed to live this program, live these products for long term. So let's go ahead, and I want to and so now here we look at Galen, 5 months later, and this is the transformation that's taken place in Galen. Not just 12 weeks, not just a start and a finish, but this is a journey. This is a lifestyle, as you'll hear Galen share with us. So let's hear his story.
I want to share with you what I've been doing for the last 5 months. It's a program called Activate, and it's put out by Unicity. It's amazing the success I've had. I started on February 3rd, and as of Monday, I've lost 72 pounds. One of the best things about this is I never got hungry. I was always full, always satisfied. Unicity Activate is not a diet, it's lifestyle. It's the way I live now. One of the best things about this program is the coaching that's provided. I can go to my coach anytime and ask him questions, and we can figure out what I'm doing wrong. If I'm doing something wrong, if I'm doing something good, I get praised. And if I'm doing something bad, I get spanked. And it's all good because I need to know what to do and where to do it. Another one of the things that's great about this program is it comes with an app. I can log my foods and everything, and it tells me exactly where I'm at. I don't have to guess. I know whether I'm in the fat burning zone or if I'm not. And as it's been, for the most part, every day I've been in the fat burning zone big time. So that's great stuff, and I know it because of the app. If I was to sum up the value of this program, I would say people see me, they ask me what I've done, I can tell them, and I'm happy to tell them and proud to tell them what I've been doing and recommend it to them. This Activate program is the easiest thing I've done. I've done I did the transformation. This is much simpler for me, and it works perfect.
Well, Galen, thank you for sharing your story with us. And wow, I don't know about you, but as I look at his before and during picture, because it's not a beginning and end, his during picture, the transformation that has taken place in Galen, both not only physically, but mentally, emotionally, and the confidence that has increased with him. And again, the key thing here is that it is an easy program to follow. It's simple and it creates results. So to tell you more about all the dynamics surrounding this and allow you to hear from others that have experienced the results of this great program already is Micah Adams. Mike is my special guest tonight. He is a senior sales manager and the Activate Plus manager. I have a lot of respect for Micah. He knows what he's doing and what he talks about. He's an Olympic class marathon runner. He came from Unicity R&D, and so he knows the working in the products inside and out. He's had 100% success rate with those who have completed the Activate Plus transformation program. So Micah, take it away.
All right. Thanks, Suzanne. It's kind of hard to follow Suzanne with how eloquent she is, but I'm actually really excited to be here with you guys tonight. This is something we've worked for a long time on, and it's provided some of the most meaningful lessons to me personally, but I've loved the experiences that I've been able to have while coaching people these last almost 9 months now, if you can believe it. So I'm sure some of you are anxious, wondering what this is, Activate and Plus. So let's dig into that. But before we do, I'd actually love to introduce two people who have just recently finished their experience going through Activate Plus. It's the same Activate Plus that going forward, you or all of the participants that are enrolled will go through. So first, I'd like to introduce you to someone who it was a pure joy to get to talk to each week. She was one of the happiest people I know, very genuine, and she's actually been a long-time product user, which is very interesting. So I'd love to introduce you to Ashley Cunningham.
Thank you, Micah. You're the only one in the house tonight that's saying that I'm pleasant all the time. So thank you for that. I'm alone tonight. Anyways, I didn't think too long and hard about what I was going to say about Activate, because you had said that you would like me to be very genuine on my experience. My mom is Darlene Long, and I've been taking the products, preteens, so over 25 years. Last year, I celebrated my 40th birthday. And looking back on those pictures, I wasn't too happy with where I was in my stage of life. My mom asked me, would you be willing to try this new product that Unicity has? And at first I was a little bit hesitant. And when I decided to dive in head first and learn how the whole system worked, I agree with what the gentleman before said. The system is very easy. It works very well. With the coach, Micah, I was fortunate to have you. You gave me suggestions throughout the 90 days when I would have a plateau, or if I needed some flexibility, how I could make it adjust to work for my lifestyle and how things happened. I started on the beginning of March, and as of today, I'm down 32 pounds. My oldest son is 17, or he will be 17 this summer, and I am now at the weight I was when I conceived him, so that makes me very happy, and I'm wearing a pant size that I hadn't wore in, I guess, 18 years, if you count the pregnancy. So I'm very excited on how I feel. Not only have I lost weight, I was having aches and pains. I wasn't sleeping well, terrible mood swings, and all of that seems to be coming very much better. I don't have the same sorts of pains in my wrists and that sort of thing. I have a job that requires me to be on the computer a lot. So all around, it's impacted my health in a very positive way. The app I also found very, very useful. It helped explain how you use the products, why the system works, what foods maybe you should gear towards and whatnot. I don't really know what else to say. The coach and the app were the most important part for me. And now I'm off the system for almost a month and I'm still continuing to lose. I've reordered product and I'm on my own path. I'm not as strict as I was, but I'm still on the downward trend and I feel my health is improving.
Okay, thank you, Ashley. Ashley was actually someone who probably, she makes it sound as though I was a big part of that. Probably by around week 7 or 8 of us together, she was like, you know what, Micah, I kind of get it. I'm not sure if I need you anymore. And I wasn't quite sure whether to feel really proud of that or slightly offended that now I wasn't needed. But as you can see, she had an incredible experience. And if you listen, she's actually continued since. Now, that's such an important aspect. Activate Plus isn't meant to put someone through a boot camp for 12 weeks. It's individualized to them so that by the end of a 12-week experience with us, to them, it's simply continuing on with their life. And so keep that in mind as you think, who could really benefit from this? Okay. So now next we get to hear from another delightful person. And actually this person and who you just heard from had a little bit of an unspoken competition going. And there's a reason behind that. But now I'd like you to hear just for a little bit from Ainsley Beckman.
Hi. So it was announced pretty early on to Micah that Ashley just didn't realize she was in a competition as of yet. But end result, I would say we both won coming out. I had thought about it over and over again when Mom had approached me to do it. I was at a point in my life where getting out of bed was hard. Getting the kids up and ready, and a very stressful career with COVID coming into play with us in healthcare. So it was really easy to follow, I found, and to stick to it. And having the accountability of knowing I was getting a phone call every week gave me that motivation that I could have a good report to give. So from, I guess, I'm not sure the exact date of the start, just from that, but my picture when I knew I was going in was March 11th. And from that point to now, I told Mom I would hit 50 pounds by July 1st. I am unfortunately at 49, but there's always next week to get that last one. So I am still continuing following the all the lessons that were handed to us through Micah, and taking on what we had discussed. I would often just go down the internet rabbit hole and expand my research and take it up a extra level, and utilizing those tools that were given to me to be accountable to take control of my life again, instead of allowing myself to fall back into old habits. That's the biggest thing. What I found once I really got going on it, after the first week, I wasn't hungry anymore. I often would find myself, going in there and having to use the products, but I didn't feel the hunger that I used to, didn't feel the cravings, didn't feel the need for snacking. I'm sorry, guys. But yeah, no, and just very simple, straightforward, learning to listen to your body and recognize what foods work with it, what products work. And I would say my take-on products that I think are my favorite, that I felt the most benefit, would have been the matcha, the Una Mate, and the Balance. Those are the ones I think will be lifelong for me, just as those are the favorites that I had out of it.
Okay, well, thanks, Ainsley. If you listen to something that she mentioned right towards the end, on her own volition, she's found lifelong products that she personally wants to use. There's no coaxing, there's no trying to force there. And so if we can think about that with every person that gets to go through Activate Plus, what if they had a similar experience? What if they came out saying, you know what, there's multiple products that I love and that I personally want to keep taking? What a powerful business, right? And so before we delve into the nitty-gritty of what Activate is, I just wanted to introduce myself a little bit. Some of you have seen me before. You may have seen that I manage our social media page. And so if you're not on it, shame on you. No, I'm just kidding. But it's called We Are Unicity Americas. It's a group. And so if you go type it in and you're not a member, then you can just click, that you want to be a part, and I'll let you in. And so that's where maybe some of you know me from before. And a little bit about me, my life is probably what most people think of as a terrible punishment, but I love running. I run anywhere from 80 to 100 miles a week. And so I guess for you guys in Canada, that'd be somewhere around 120 to 160 kilometers. And so that's what I love to do. And I don't blame anyone for not wanting to do that. But if you ever want a good run, let me know. We'll get that together. So how did Activate Plus come about? back in 2012, around that time, we have the launch of what was called Unicity Prime Transformation. That was an incredible success. Suzanne alluded to it earlier when she was talking that this isn't the first time that we've done something like this. Unicity has experience in bringing in accountability, in bringing in coaching, in bringing in the most powerful products in the world combined with coaching in order to give people quite extraordinary results. And so Activate Plus, if you remember, around a year ago, here in our markets, we launched 2 new products. They were called LC Base and Unimate Fuel. These were termed Activate. So this is what we call the Activate products. And so someone said earlier last year, someone said, hey, you know what if we combine the idea of the success of transformation, but what if we stuck in these new products? And to me, that makes sense. Unicity takes what has been tried and true for decades, but yet we don't sit in the past. We take what we learn now and we move forward. So it makes sense that that's a good combination of the here and now products mixed with the tried and true products, as well as all the best that transformation has to offer. And so we tried it, and it was a massive success. We tried it with a few people, and just like you heard from tonight from Galen and Ashley and Ainsley, people weren't hungry. People said, you know what, this is surprisingly easier than anything I've ever done. And I loved asking people halfway through and at the end of their experience, I'd say, okay, what are your favorite products? And on their own, they'd say, you know what, I can't live without the fuel. I can't live without the balance. I need the matcha. LC Base fills me up. And Unimate makes it so much easier to do this. So on their own, they're saying, I love these products. They made a change in my life, and I want to keep with them. So guess what? After that, we tried another beta, kind of like Suzanne alluded to. He said, okay, is this too good to be true? And so we tried another beta. This one had between 20 and 30 people. And like Suzanne alluded to, every single person that completed the full 12 weeks saw the success they were looking for. So we start thinking, is this the real deal? And so when I say the real deal or big success, what am I talking about? So I want to share 2 examples with you. So the first, his name is Adnan. Up in Canada, he actually just finished this type of experience. So he was someone who was used to eating a lot of food in his life, and he was worried that something that some people call a diet, and it's not, but he was worried that, what if I'm hungry all the time? And so he actually didn't want to tell me how much he weighed at the beginning. He wouldn't really take his weight throughout, and I said, okay, hey, it's up to you, right? Your Activate experience. And so I'm not joking that when I tell you that 1 month in, he finally decided to tell me. So this is 4 weeks. He goes, I started at 280 pounds and I'm now at 250. And I kind of had to see if I was hearing right. I said, 250? And he said, yeah. So I said, are you 30 pounds lighter than when we first started? And he kind of chuckled and said, yeah, I am. And I said, well, how do you feel about that? He says, I feel ecstatic. I feel overwhelmed. So we kind of talked about, and maybe I was a little pessimistic, but I said, no, Adnan, don't be worried if things kind of plateau a little bit. It's natural. Well, we went another month of waiting, and he didn't tell me his weight again. And so then he goes, oh, hey, by the way, I weighed myself. So this is now 2 months in. And he goes, I'm down another 20 pounds. And I said, 20 as in 20? He goes, yeah. So I said, you've lost 50 pounds since the time that we started? He goes, yeah. And I said, how's it been? And he goes, a lot easier than I thought. And so this is someone who had fears, didn't know if it'd work out for him, and he's seen incredible success. Now, that might sound out of reach for a lot of people. Those are some big numbers. So my second example actually hails from California. So this is a doctor, actually. And she met some of our Unicity distributors at a health conference. And she said, I want to get into this. I want to help people with these metabolic issues. I need to be a product of the product to do so. And so she was someone that also didn't want to divulge her weight to me. And I wasn't going to push on that. But her tone every week I was getting nervous that she was not having a good experience. Because I'd say, hey, how has this week gone for you? She said, it's been okay. And I'd kind of sit there and there'd be an awkward pause. And I'd say, well, what do you mean by okay? And she'd say, it was fine. And so I'd hang up the phone sometimes sweating bullets. And so finally on our 12th call, 3 months later, right, she had said, yeah, it's pretty easy. I just keep doing what I'm doing and nothing incredible to report. On the last day, she finally reveals that she had lost 25 pounds. And so I was thoroughly impressed with that. And I thought, wow, she nonchalantly lost a huge chunk of weight. So if it can be that underwhelming for two people as far as how hard it is, then imagine what our friends and family will think, because that's absolutely something that most people would want to sign up for. And so now that we've talked about that, how is this accomplished? Why is it so successful? So I just want to bullet point these for you so that you can see what you're getting and how powerful it is. So first, Unicity products, the most powerful in the world as far as helping metabolic health. And secondly, it's principle-based. So what does that mean? It means it adapts to each and every person. There's no one size fits all. It adapts to what each person needs depending on their lifestyle, hobbies, things they've tried in the past. So then mix that idea with an individual consultant or coach. So each person gets a product expert as their consultant or coach. And that's important because as we focus on the power of Unicity products, their experience goes up and their desire to be lifelong partakers of Unicity also goes up. And that includes accountability. We also have the unique Unicity Activate app. Helps people see if they're burning carb or more in the burning fat zone. Helps them even pre-plan meals. They can take normal meals, plug it into the app and see what would this do to me. And so that's been really helpful for people as they only speak with a coach 30 minutes once a week. So what are the details? Now, the success of the original transformation is incredible. And as many of you may recall, it was right around $1,500 wholesale. Many people, thousands of people found the benefits of the original transformation. Now with Activate Plus, they get exposed to 6 different Unicity products, 1 call a week for 12 full weeks, the Activate app, help from an Activate consultant, and it's $925. I dare you to go out there and try to find another 12-week program with 6 of the best products in the world, personal coaching for 12 weeks at that type of bargain. So again, 12 weeks, accountability, product knowledge. Now here's the catch though. We have 40 spots open. This is a pre-launch like Suzanne mentioned, and 8 of them are actually already taken. And so as this is being pre-launched tonight, as of Monday, this coming Monday, through call into our customer service, the first people to get to those 32 spots, they're yours. But once they're filled, they actually are filled. And we'll have to wait until the next round. And so you have time, but not that much time. And so starting this Monday, as that becomes available to you, I look forward to seeing that flood in, and I look forward to making life better with all of you and all of the participants that come in.
Well, Micah, thank you. And wow, I don't know about each one of you, but this has got me very, very excited. Very motivating as we listen to Galen, down 72 pounds in 5 months. Ashley, congratulations, 32 pounds. Ainsley, almost knocking on the door at 50 pounds. Congratulations, that is fantastic. And it works for everyone. And so this evening, you've been given the opportunity to be the first people that get to participate in this beta test. And I first, before I go into details about closing out this call and kind of a short call to action, is next week, there are some exciting things that are happening up in Montreal, Canada. So we're going clear up to Montreal next week. And the host of that call, our now more than ever call, will be Latifa Galici. We're excited to have her. She's going to share the great successes that are going on and happening in Montreal. So put that on your calendar and join us next week, same time, same place. Now, again, as I mentioned, this evening, we've all been given the opportunity to be the first to have access to this remarkable program. The program is free. It really is. If you do the math and you calculate that you've got lunch covered, you've got breakfast covered, you've got you're no more snacking, and it only costs you just barely over $10 a day, it costs you nothing to do this program. Not to mention that you've got the accountability, the education, and the personalization from your own personal Unicity Activate coach. This is phenomenal, and I hope you're excited as I am. And the people that I've had in this pre-launch, they have had tremendous success. As again, you heard Micah go over the details, but from a business perspective, again, from being both inside eternally in the company and as an independent business owner in the field, I can share with you that this type of a program provides the accountability and the education that will lead your participants, your clients, customers, and future business partners to long-term consumption and success with these products. I have people from 8 years ago when Transformation was first launched, still today, that are actively using their products every single month. That is the power of this product, this type of a program, and that is the power of our business. It provides a sustainable, leveraged, long-term successful business as we make life better for others. As Micah mentioned, there's only 40 spots left. 8 of them are already taken. And to add to that opportunity, the first 5 of the Activate Plus programs that are placed come Monday morning, you're going to receive a free box of Unimate fuel. So my call to action, or I encourage you to take the weekend. First, make the commitment yourself to get on this program. I found out the only way that I can be effective in sharing this with others is if I've gone through the program myself. I have personally, and I know the difference between not having a coach and having a coach. And 6 of Unicity key products, amazing. What an offer. And so make the commitment first for you to go through the program. As Stuart said, it all begins with you in leadership and being the example. And then invite others to do it with you. And come Monday morning, let's have all of those 32 slots completely filled. It is our mission here at Unicity that we make life better for others. And as Stuart said, and has always said, give us 12 weeks and we will give you a new life. This is exactly what we do here at Unicity. We give people longer leases on their life. We give them a new life. Look at these 3 individuals that have shared with us tonight, their successes, their new outlook on life, and their bright hopes and focus and new goals and new commitments for the future. So let's go out and create new lifestyles. Let's go out and find individuals that we can make life better for. And in fact, we look forward to celebrating your successes and the successes of others that you go help with this new Activate Plus lifestyle. Good night, everyone.